I find that it's much better if I have my diplomat around. But what can I do for you?
Well, it's not what you can do for me, it's what you can tell me and share with me.
Well, certainly.
For your claim that you made against Heimdall, I cannot ignore that, but that is to be dealt with at another time. The fact that you spoke that a god lied and told lies of such a god
I think that's
is...
a matter of interpretation. You see, I asked that question because Miss Charmer has routinely accused us of committing an act of genocide against her, quote, relatives. Now, with the god having said that that is in fact a preposterous claim, I simply have to say that, in my perspective, the god was calling her full of shit, which in fact she is. And I think all of us would agree with that.
We both know that is not the conversation that happened.
I'd be
But
happy to recall
to the
my.
next point.
Sure, go ahead.
Why is it that you have banished all from our town and refuse to acknowledge our existence?
Are you kidding me? Your Jarl came here and beat me with an axe. Because, and you
One
know
man
why?
came
I
here.
talked to you. Because I talked to Embla. Because I talked to your people. I asked
You've
them.
never spoken to me outside of 3 days ago when you didn't even know who I was.
In a sense. But the situation was, he was mad that I spoke to your people about the Senate. And
If
when
you make a decision, and then I were to go to, say, your diplomat or one of your men, behind your back and try to...
it could hardly be counted as behind their back. I asked why he didn't want to do it, and if it was a joke that he wanted to conquer our town, or if he was serious. This was...
And you also tried swaying these people which you spoke to.
Of course I try to sway everyone. That's literally my job.
Now, you stated yourself that it is because of the Jarl coming and beating you in combat that you have decided to pretend that our entire settlement and people do not exist.
You are not welcome here, nor can trade be done until the situation is resolved. I've hired a diplomat to do that work, so hopefully these bridges can be mended. Gold is
You've
very
also
important.
hired a great many people to come and sabotage our town and our people's efforts.
Incorrect.
To which
And the
you
trial.
you admitted directly at the trial that you attempted to pay Delilah
Incorrect.
to
That
raise my
is true.
cross.
But that's only one person, and that was very funny.
I don't take humor in it at all.
Well, you
If
certainly
I
probably
pay someone,
wouldn't.
if I pay someone to come into your town to destroy one of your structures, especially something that you hold in high regard, such as a holy relic, I would imagine you would take great offense to this.
Well-
If not, consider it an act of open hostility.
I've already been attacked by your people. It was an act of open hostility, and the consequences were thus: economy cut off, trade cut off, visit cut off. This has all happened afterwards. I didn't do this until I was attacked by your Jarl. But that is what the diplomatic effort I'm engaging in will hopefully resolve.
And when were you planning on beginning this diplomatic effort? Because it
Well,
has
she
been
was
quite
only
some time.
hired just a couple days ago, and we've got a lot of work to do. Her name is Vela. She's used to help from the east. So we're going to get her up to speed on what we'd like to have happen, and then she's going to have some meetings. But it's going to take some time. She's never served a diplomatic position before.
So you hired an unexperienced mediator to do your
She has a
speaking
much
for you.
better
no
face
time.
than me.
Well, we have come here today to let you know that we will no longer tolerate any more paying of people to accost our town.
Of course. You'll have to
Should
remember,
we find
this was
that
done
it happens
months ago.
again, as you say, there will be consequences
Of course.
put in place.
Well, I expect there will be.
Good. When should we expect to receive your diplomat?
As soon as she's ready and able to speak to Jarl Halbranth.
And when will that be?
It's hard to say. Can't put a timetable on perfection. Can't put a timetable on training. This is all brand new to her, so could be a week, could be less, could be more. Hard to say.
So why do you not just speak yourselves then?
I think it might be best to leave these duties to someone else. I don't have a good way with people.
Well, I think it prudent to resolve these issues sooner than later, for time may just increase the hostility of the situation. So, how about we set a date of 1 week from this time, Midgard time, for some sort of meeting?
I can't do that without my diplomat present, but it doesn't sound offensive to me. I'll write you a bird if it's suitable.
This is acceptable.
As with people
This is
like
shallow.
Rusty, who enjoy the company of many of your people and has done work with them in the past, it's good that he gets to do his business again. I think it's very good to be expedient, so I will obviously make every effort I can to do this as quickly as possible.
Well,
Money is, of course, very important, and withholding it
not
from
banish
men
your
like
people.
Rusty is not my ideal of a good time.
Well, your people are welcome in Valhalla as long as they do not hold any hostility. We have not banished them.
Of course, they will not be down there at this time. It's
Oh,
better
you were
for
there
everyone
earlier
to keep
today.
a thing separated.
But anyway,
Yes, you might want to,
Blackmane, what did you say, honey?
I was just going to ask if you had anything you would like to speak to Mr. Wind about before
I
we
would,
left.
Mayor Wind. I would ask that you please put your sword away, honey.
Put your weapons away.
I ask, sir, kindly, that you please keep my name out of your mouth in front of the divine, because you are not brought up when I seek their counsel. Is that understood?
Well, you'll have to ask Blackmane here, but of course, your name wasn't brought up. It was merely your accusations of genocide, which, I might add,
Again.
were brought up when your Jarl hit me in the
All right.
face with an axe.
Everyone takes a step back here.
Again,
Try
I
something.
ask you very kindly, sir, to please keep my name out of your mouth when you are speaking to the divine, because I show you the same courtesy.
Certainly, Mrs. Charmer.
I'm glad that we have come to a mutual understanding, Mr. Wind.
Of course. Please tell all your relatives I said hello.
By the way, baby, have you eaten today? You look a little famished.
It's my natural pallor.
I see. And if you ever step to me again, son, it's gonna be a problem.
No, you don't. You don't get to threaten my
Yes,
people on my land.
we
It's
do.
not happening.
He said best step back from Mr. Wind.
And then
You
drew
pulling
his
your
weapon
sword now?
first.
Is that it?
Your man drew his blade first.
Doesn't
If
matter.
you wish
you
to
were
fight
holding the
us
sword
and
when
fall in
he
the
was doing
dust.
step forward.
It's best, I think, if you
If
leave.
you wish to fight, we can have one.
Not
we didn't
here.
come here seeking one. But if
Yet
you
you
want,
come here fully
I would
armed
gladly
and ready
oblige
for a
you.
fight.
I mean, you're also the ones that pulled the weapons first, but that's
Mrs.
neither
Charmer,
here nor
please
there.
continue south. Leave at this time. We'll have our diplomat reach out very soon. And don't make any more threats here today.
Oh, it wasn't a threat, honey. It was just a negotiation and a promise.
Also, keep your gold out of people's hands and sending them to our land. We will not tolerate any more incursions.
There's absolutely nothing we could do.
There is nothing.
There is a lot that you can do.
Who was that little boy that approached? I've never seen him before. Who's that?
Big words from people hiding in the eye of Odin.
This is troublesome. I can't have these people coming here and making threats like that. That simply won't do.
Not when we can't go to them and do the same.
It is not fair.
Exactly.
is not fair at all. That Odin protects them so strongly.
You had every right to step to Mr. Wynn's defense.
Of
However,
course, no, you're
you
fine.
escalated the situation by pulling your weapon.
Yes, that shouldn't have been done. That I would not do in the future unless it's a clear, you know what I mean. You are correct, but she's also 90 and full of shit. I'm not really sure. Rusty, let me ask you. I Do you really want to reopen trade with them? Because I'll be honest, a lot of this was for you and some of the other merchants like Fisk.
Do I sit under that eye now?
Please depart
Do
from
I?
our city.
Oh, you
Get
wish
the
to
fuck
draw a
out.
blade to me as well, huh?
You are in our town.
Yeah?
Get the fuck up!
Make me.
Alright, well.
I am not a combatant here.
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Dare draw blade against my friends.
So we're done then.
What is going?
Oh, is that it? Oh, he's over there.
Take this as a lesson, Mr. Wynn. Do not make
Don't
idle threats
mess
which you
with
cannot
my clients,
reinforce.
okay?
Of course.
You want to pay your people to keep their mouths shut next time as well.
Farewell, Ascension.
Let me just step over this body.
Is that you, Fisk? Yes, there was a little bit of a tussle. They came, they saw, they conquered. They came to ask why we excluded them economically. I explained it, and they took great offense to being. We said, enjoy the Eye of Odin, I think is what we said. And they came and they did a number.